Hello everyone and welcome back to hopefully your favourite transfer news show on YouTube. I'm praying. Come on, please. Let me know. The very first episode of Transfer Talk really hit it off. I was really happy with it. People were enjoying it and it hit 200 likes, which is absolutely massive for my channel. If we can do that again today, I will be buzzing. So please do hit that like button if you can. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back. I'm wearing the same clothes as usual. You know, I'm a news presenter now. I've got a suit. I've got nothing else to wear this suit for because I don't really matter. I'm not very important. So this will do. If you want to invite me to a wedding to be your best man, let me know. Again, this series is sponsored by OneFootball. They are a decent app where you can get all the latest news, transfer, World Cup discussion. It's all your news in one place. You'd be silly not to do it. The link is in the description. You can help the channel out. Let's get into the video. So in last week's episode, we looked at Grealish going to Leicester. We looked at Hernandez possibly moving. It's all changed a little bit, but the futures of those two players still are undecided so far. It's been a bit of a slow week, really, but there is news to be delivered, and we're going to get into it. All right, this is going to be some high-energy transfer news. I don't know why I have more energy than usual today. I think I had an extra coffee at work, and I'm a bit unstable. Let's go. First of all, Grealish to Leicester. Well, Villa have come back and said, we want £40 million for Jack Grealish. So they obviously do not want to sell him. That is basically saying he is not for sale because no one in their right mind is going to pay 40 million. And if I'm wrong, clip this up and make an absolute mug of me. But there is a similar player, a very similar player to him. He plays for Norwich City. His name is James Maddison. I don't know if you've heard of him. You should have. He's a very decent Championship player. Sky has reported that Marco Silva is very interested in the Norwich City midfielder. He's been out for a bit with an injury. He picked up on the last day of the season, and Norwich want 20 to 25 million for him. And for a player on pretty much the same level as Jack Grealish, that is a much more reasonable offer. I think, you know, if Villa asked for 20, 25 million for Grealish, they'd probably get that. Not only Leicester want him though, Everton are interested as well. And actually, Everton look to be getting the signature of him. So that leaves Leicester thinking, oh, maybe we'll have to go for Grealish. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think the teams are going to wait until a bit later on in the transfer window to get Grealish because surely the pressure will be on Villa. If they don't sell him and they still need to raise funds by the end of the window, they may have to sell him for a little bit less than the massive overpriced price of £40 million. Do you think 40 million is fair for Jack Grealish? Because it's just my opinion, and it's probably a biased one being a Blues fan. So let me know in the comments, how much do you think Jack Grealish is worth? I know there's a lot of Blues fans as well, so let me know who you support as well as that. Now, if you've been keeping your eye on League One, you will have heard of Jack Marriott. He scored 32 goals in all competitions last season. He really hit it. It's just a storm in League One, and a lot of clubs are after him. And you know what? He's priced at 4 million. Peterborough United say, we want 4 million for this player. We're not going to settle for less. And to be fair, it's a gamble because he's only had one really good season, but I think it's a worthy gamble for a team that wants to take that risk. It's always good getting players from the lower leagues, I think. He's not going to ask for massive wages, and 4 million isn't huge, really, is it? He's only 23 years old, so there's a lot of potential there. You know, I think he's definitely worth a gamble, but the question is, who's going to gamble on him? We might have more information on that in the next episode because with Jack Marriott, there's not really any concrete bids gone in for him yet. You know, it's still early days, so we're going to move on from that one, but keep your eye on him. He will be moving. Another player that will be moving, who is a younger player, he was on loan at Barnsley last season, Ollie McBurney. Theo, if you're watching this, you know all about him. Well, he plays for Swansea. Swansea got relegated, so you think maybe they want to keep him. He played well in the Championship last season, but Steven Gerrard is after him. He's likely to go to Rangers. He's bookies' favourite to go to Rangers. Obviously, he's a Scottish man himself. He got another Scottish international cap the other day, and I think he's favouring a move there, really. Steven Gerrard could be tempting him as well. I mean, it's a good manager to go for. The second team that could be getting him are Leeds United. I think they're 10-3 with the bookies at the minute. As I said in the last episode, they really need to nail it down who their new manager is, get him, and then they can start signing some players. Argentinian manager Marco Bielsa looks like he's going to be becoming the Leeds United manager. And it's about time they got this deal done. They need to get a manager nailed down, and it looks like they've got their man. Let's hope this is penned through sooner rather than later. Before we carry on though, it seems to be up in the air whether Steve Bruce is going to be the manager of Aston Villa next season. Some fans want him there because of the job he's done, and I personally, from a non-biased point of view, I think he should stay there. I think he's done a good job. A lot of Villa fans don't want him there. They see it the other way. They see the negative point of view. But if you look at where they've come, he's done a good job. All right, so be fair on the lad. Anyway, Alex Bruce has come out on Twitter saying he's going to be doing everything he can. And it sounds like he's going to be the manager next season from what Alex Bruce is saying. In the last episode, we did mention Villa's financial issues, and we had a few comments saying it's not going to happen, this and that. Since then, Tony Gia has put up a statement saying they're going to have to change the way they run the football club, which means they're going to be spending less money. It's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of clubs are going to have to do it this way, and it could be positive in promoting the youth in the club. For not just Villa, for every single team that has broken FFP, really. But for homegrown players, I think it's a good step forward, because when you're looking at the World Cups coming up, we want to give opportunities to the younger players coming through. There was also talk of a consortium looking to take over Aston Villa, but these rumours have been extinguished by the club. Next up, it's Bristol City, and CSKA Moscow are close to completing a deal for Maddison for 2.5 million euros. And for a player that's not really been playing that often, you know, he's had 52 appearances over 2 years. Good player, but a squad player probably at the minute. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and to be fair to him, 2.5 million euros, it's probably a fair deal because he'll go for nothing in the summer otherwise. It's pretty much good business, and they can re-sign someone else of similar value. The 25-year-old impressed after making 52 appearances after signing from Juventus in 2016. Now obviously these videos get uploaded on a Tuesday, so sometimes we do get a bit of late news, but obviously we have to talk about Frank Lampard being named the Derby manager. Is he going to do a good job? I'm hoping he does. He already shows that he's a cool customer, and if anyone thought Rowett was a cool character, this guy blows him out of the water. Just, woo, you know, I've only seen one of his press conferences, but he's just a cool guy, and I think a lot of us can say we'd like to be him. Now, he's already looking to do a bit of business, and one signing who could be decent for them is ex-Villa man and former teammate of Lampard, John Terry. He has apparently agreed a deal which would mean a massive pay cut for him because they don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of money, but John Terry seems to be going, all right, mate, we're going to do this. We're going to do it as a favour. We're going to get the old boys back together. It could be a little reunion. Who next? Is it going to be Didier Drogba coming back? Imagine. There's always a chance. They're also looking at Paddy McNair from Sunderland, but they've slapped a £5 million price tag on him, which means I don't think they're going to get him for that. I don't think they can afford that. You know, they need to be very sustainable, as you say, with the financial fair play. They're not going to be spending loads of money, so we'll have to see on that one. Now, we spoke about Abel Hernandez in the last video, and he has actually gone to Twitter to say he will be leaving Hull City. He said a thank you and goodbye to them, and he's basically said a fair agreement could not be reached. They couldn't offer him a good enough contract, basically. And fair enough, you know, they would have put an offer on the table. It wouldn't have been out of this world, but they had to do it just to say, we've put an offer there. You've got a yes or no. And, you know, fair play to him. He's done his job at Hull, and now he's going to go somewhere where maybe he can achieve promotion again, maybe even a Premier League side, who knows. Let me know where you think he's going to go, but it's up in the air at the minute with him. There are rumours that Aston Villa are one of them clubs that are going to be signing him, and I pray that it isn't them as a Blues fan. I'm hoping not, because he's an absolute force in the Championship. It's yet to be seen where he's going though. Another player on the move from Hull is Kamil Grzycki, if I've said that correctly. The attacking midfielder scored 9 goals last season and bagged 5 assists. Where will he be moving to? We don't know yet. This is another player that Derby County are interested in. They seem to be interested in everyone and their cat at the minute. So, I don't know. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt. Again, can they afford these players? He's under contract until 2020, so he will demand quite a considerable fee. The price may cause Derby to pull out of this deal, but Serie A outfit Genoa are interested in him, and it looks like he could be going to them. It looks like a season in Italy for Grzycki. Don't mind if I do, mate, myself. Invite us over. I need a holiday. I need a holiday. Now, we all know what Wolves did last season. They absolutely stormed the league, and what helped them was a couple of loans from Portugal. Some of them were signed permanently, some were loans with deals to be permanent at the end, but they managed to work their way around financial fair play like that. Now, I didn't expect this to be coming out of my mouth, but Nottingham Forest look like they're going to be doing something similar with 2 Benfica players on the cards, and they aren't on the cheap, mate. They aren't. The Portuguese press are going on saying that this 2-player deal is pretty much done for Nottingham Forest. Now listen, I'm going to try and pronounce these correctly, but if I don't get it right, don't butcher me. On Monday, there were newspapers reporting that Nottingham Forest were going to sign João Carvalho permanently for €15 million. That's a hefty price tag, mate. Well, at the same time, Diogo Gonçalves will be joining on a 1-year season-long loan. Now, I'm going to be pretty scared of Forest if they get this deal through. They're surprising me so far with just the rumours going about, but it's yet to be decided. I need you guys to let me know. Are you a Forest fan? Are you a Leeds fan? Who do you want your team to sign? Let me know in the comments, alright? For Blues, the Marcus Pedersen deal still isn't complete, and it's been a week. It's just typical Blues. It's going to take a while to get over the line. He's been on holiday. Some people have been DMing him on Instagram, and he said he's back off holiday in 1 day pretty much. So what, Wednesday? Hopefully we can get that deal over the line. There seems to be something delaying it. We're not sure what, but it's one of those things. It's yet to be seen. We don't know if he's waiting for better offers, but it is believed from almajir.net that a medical has taken place. He's been to the club, he's signed the documents and stuff, but something is holding it up. We'll have to wait and see with that one, but hopefully we can get our first summer signing done and fill in the gap that, you know, we've been wanting to fill for a while. Fair play to Jonathan Grounds, but it looks like he might be on his way out. Speaking about him, Vital Football are suggesting that Blues have knocked back a derisory offer for Jonathan Grounds, meaningless, in the Colin Doyle £1 section. I don't know. It doesn't say the price, but obviously that's the case. We are not on a fire sale. We're not selling people for no reason. There are players that will be transfer listed, but for a price, and we're not going to accept less than they're worth because we don't really need to at the minute. The same goes for Sheikh Keita. Almajir has mentioned that he is transfer listed, but it's going to be only for the right price. Again, I don't know what that price is. It wasn't mentioned in his report. But if you'd like to check his report out, I'm going to link it in the description below. Go and check him out. Almajir knows so many facts. He's so in the know. And he has been for so many years, so definitely check him out. And if you are a Blues fan and you don't know about him, subscribe to his newsletter, put him in your favourites, keep an eye out for him. In other Birmingham City news, Thomas Kuszczak has confirmed that he's been told he's free to leave Birmingham City. He's holding out for a Premier League club, like possibly looking at the route that Legston's took. He's become the second keeper at Burnley. Kuszczak is a professional. He's getting on a bit now, but it looks like he wants to find a good club. Now, he's got a year remaining on his contract, so if he can't find a club this summer, he might go out on loan potentially, but I can't see him in the squad for Blues next season. That means if we're looking at selling Stockdale as well, are we going to have one new keeper and Connell Truman stepping up? Is he ready? I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen enough of Connell Truman myself, but Garry Monk will know, and if he thinks he's ready for it, then fair play. Again, no more news has been coming in about Alex Smithies or anything like that. It's been really slow for Blues at the minute, but we have to be patient because things are going on in the background, and obviously a lot of the work will be done towards the end of the transfer window, but luckily it's going to be closed before the season starts. I'm a big fan of that, to be fair. Also, Paul Hurst has been named the new Ipswich Town manager. Paul Hurst took Shrewsbury to the League One playoff final. They were unfortunate not to win, but he's done an amazing job there, and fair play to him. I wanted Shrewsbury to get promoted, but unluckily, they not only not got promoted, they've lost their manager too. And I think he's going to be doing really well for Ipswich Town. For Ipswich fans, this will be a breath of fresh air as they've sort of fallen out of love with Mick McCarthy. They were just going separate ways. It's not me, it's you, this sort of thing. No hard feelings, I don't think, but it was time for them to separate. But that is it for the news today. I hope you did enjoy. If you'd like to see another one, smash the like button. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes again. Can we do it? If you do enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe and check out the Patreon if you'd like to support the channel and see more of this stuff on a regular basis. Just $1 a month can help the channel grow. But for now, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure making videos for you guys. And I thank you guys for watching and subscribing and liking the videos. You are the best. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Why haven't you clicked off the video yet? If you like the video this much, I don't know why. I'm probably only speaking to one person. But I've got another video here you can watch if you want. You can subscribe here. And if you're super nice and want to check out the Patreon, it's there. It's there. Okay? Bye-bye. Oh, you bastard. Jesus Christ.